Jace, 2-1 win here against Southend United. Not the circumstances you wanted to take control of the match in, but a good result to come out of it.
Yeah, most definitely, and like you say, not good circumstances in terms of me being in the technical area tonight. But and I'd like to go on record as saying thanks to Kelvin and Danny as well, because when they came to the club, they made me feel very much part of the setup of what they've come into. So I'd like to thank them for that. Never nice to see the management change. And as I say, been a difficult few days, but again, thanks to the players, they Monday and Tuesday in training, they've conducted themselves really well, trained well, and performed today. And I think the performance warranted a result with it.
Southend are obviously a very good side, but how important was it for us to, at our place, take the game to them and make sure that they had something to worry about as well?
Yeah, as you say, I think they're a team that they use the width really well. They got crosses in the box. It was something we highlighted in the meeting yesterday. And changing shape probably took us out. One centre half left it in the middle of the box. So to deal with that, the centre halves, the full backs, even and the midfielders, they had to deal with a lot of crosses into the box, which we knew we would do. But equally, I think we did pose a threat on the attack, and we've conceded from a set play, which is disappointing. It's always disappointing to concede from a set play, but in open play they haven't really carved us open too many times and had too many efforts on goal that we were concerned with. But it's always pleasing to beat good teams. It's always pleasing to win any game of football because it's difficult. But to beat Southend here after the weekend's events and everything, it was obviously a good feeling for everyone.
Yeah, Aaron Blair takes his tally to 5 and in brilliant fashion as well. What a strike that was.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I didn't realise it had gone in until it started running off celebrating. I think it went in at the near post, but it was a good strike. I think Harvey done really well, drove forward with the ball and a good timely pass, and Aaron took it in his stride and a good finish. So Aaron's a worker. He works so hard for the team, and again he gets us up the pitch and keeps the ball in the opposition half. And he's performed really well, he deserved his goal. And I think for him and Harvey tonight, there was a lot of defensive moments they had to endure. So for him to get up the other end and have an opportunity, it was pleasing.
Jake Taylor as well. I think obviously the goal today highlights his performance, but away from the goal itself, his performance today was a dogged, hard-working, calming performance to assure the lads throughout that game.
Yeah, of course. Jake's a good guy. Jake's a top guy, on and off the pitch, and I think he's got so much respect from the players and the staff, and delighted for him that he's got the winner. Not just today, but in any game of football, he deserves to do well and get the plaudits. But I think Jake conducts himself so well around the place, and he's the voice between the staff and the players, and it's nice for him to get moments like that because as in his position, he's not always going to be getting goals, but he brings so much to the team, and really pleased for him.
What a reaction from the equaliser, because at other points in the season, in any game of football, the momentum swings with the team that have just scored in it. We could have gone on to lose that game, but to instantly silence Southend again and re-establish our stamp on the match shows incredible resilience.
Yeah, and like you say, it's probably the most pleasing part of the evening, because we were under pressure at 1-0, but I did feel like we were dealing with that pressure, and to concede from a set piece is disappointing. And you did fear at that moment, were they going to get a late winner? But again, that's credit to the lads. That's on them, and they've taken the game forward again. We've put a couple of moments where we've entered the final third in the box, and even after the second goal, we still had a couple of moments where we were posing a threat. So it wasn't a case of hanging on. It was a case of can we get the next goal, and that's the most pleasing part.
Yeah, Wilstone away. Scott Bartlett will be taking charge of that one. Obviously, he's come in today. Have you had any conversations with him, any meetings with him so far?
We've spoke today, and Scott had a brief message with myself and Vince at half time, and addressed the lads again at the end of the game. And it's going to be interesting to see what he's going to bring to the club, and in terms of the style of play, in terms of formations, in terms of the day-to-day training and things like that. And so welcome Scott to the club, and looking forward to seeing what that brings.
Brilliant. Well done tonight.
Cheers, Ricky. Thank you.